Roberto, hello. How much stronger do you think you might be in this year's Champions League after last year's experience?
I don't know.
How helpful will it have been?
No, I think that was a good experience last year. I think that we did a good group, but was not enough to when we did 10 points. I think that this year the group will be more strong than last year. But I think that will be very difficult for all the teams.
Do you think you could be genuine contenders this year?
This is a good question. I think that is important now that we go in the second stage, and if we want to do this, we need to work hard. And after, in February, everything can happen. But now it's difficult to say what we can do.
How much are you looking forward to putting yourself up against Jose Mourinho tomorrow?
No, I think that tomorrow will be a good game. Real Madrid against Manchester City, and I think the most important things on the pitch will be a fantastic player.
Is this what the Champions League is all about? The English champions against the Spanish champions?
Yeah, sure. I think that will be good for this.
And just how important is it to try and get something from your first game in a group stage? How important is it to make a good start?
I think that it will be very important to start the group well. We know that will be a difficult match because it's my opinion that Real Madrid is one of the best team in the world. But we want to do better than last year.
Roberto, the equivalent game, I suppose, last season to this one was the game in Munich, when you didn't have a good night on the field, forgetting what happened off the field. Have you learnt lessons?
It was a fantastic night.
It was for us.
Also for us.
But have you learnt lessons from that night yourself in terms of tactics, the team that you picked that night? Have you learnt lessons that you will take forward into this game?
But probably as a team we don't have the same experience that Bayern Munich or Real Madrid has in Champions League. But I remember very well that last year we played the first 30 minutes. We played very, very well. We had three chances to score, 2 penalties. But if you don't score after in that game, it will be difficult. I think that tomorrow will be the same, very difficult game. I think that will be important if we have a chance that we score. But when you play this game, you can do also some mistake. This is possible.
I suppose what I'm asking is, can you afford to be as attacking tomorrow night as you were on that night? Is a draw not a good result here?
Could be, I don't know, but our mentality is this. It's difficult for us to start to play, to defend. We don't have this mentality. It's true that if we want to do well tomorrow, we need to attack well and we need to defend very well. But our mentality is not to stay there to wait. We need to play football.
Roberto, if you go back in history, Manchester United and Arsenal in their second seasons in the Champions League, they didn't even get out of the group stages. But the feeling is that would be unacceptable for City. Do you see that there just seems to be more pressure on your club to do well than there was for other clubs when they started in this competition?
I don't know this. I think that we want to do our best always. We know that this group is difficult. We want to go through. We want to do a good game tomorrow. This is what we want. But there are also the other teams. I'm sure that we do our best for this.
Okay, gentleman back.
Hola, Ian Rogers, agencia Reuters. Una pregunta para
One
David.
question for David.
Quería preguntarte si
I wanted to know if your teammates from the Spanish national team who play here at Real Madrid have told you anything about what's been happening in the last couple of days at the club and what your interpretation, your personal interpretation is of this situation here. Thank you.
No, la verdad que no.
No. If I've spoken with them, I don't tend to talk about those topics, more personal topics. I haven't spoken about that with them. I don't know what to say. For me, it's not anything I'm involved with, so I have really no comment.
Okay.
Roberto, how is Sergio Aguero?
Sergio is okay. Probably it's not 100% because he didn't play any game after injury. But his feeling in this moment is good. He trained with the team in the last 5 days.
He has a chance of starting
He
tomorrow?
has a chance, yes.
Okay.
Roberto, how important is it to you personally to do well in the Champions League? You've won the Premier League, you've won the FA Cup, you've won Serie A, but the Champions League is the one that you haven't won. Is it a big motivation for you?
I think that it's very important to do our best in Champions League. We want to do this, but not only us. There are, I don't know how many teams that want to do this when the Champions League starts. I repeat, it's important for us to start well tomorrow and to go in the second stage. For me, no. For me, it's not important. It's important for me as a club, as with the players. And manager, it's clear that I want to do well, but for this we should be lucky sometimes. We should play football very well. There are a lot of things.
Okay. Gentleman in the second row.
Buenas tardes, señor Mancini. Mi pregunta es,
My question
¿qué
is,
tipo de relación
what type
tiene
of
con el señor
relationship do you
José
have with
Mourinho?
Jose Mourinho?
Relación personal, ¿qué tipo de relación personal
Personally
tiene con él? Si es que
speaking, what
tiene
kind of
alguna.
relationship do you have, if you have any?
No, we don't have a personal relationship. I met him 2 times, Porto Lazio in Europa League 7 or 8 years ago. I know him because I met him in Milan, but I met him 4 or 5 times. But I know him like a manager.
Okay. Gentleman in the fifth row. Question.
Yes, Paulo Guthitas from Associated Press. Just wanted to ask you, we touched on what happened with Tevez last year in Bayern Munich. As you know, Madrid's having problems with Cristiano and Mourinho with his squad. Would you have any suggestions on how he should handle his situation?
If he wants to win again La Liga, I think that he should send Cristiano for 6 months in Portugal, and after when he comes back, so he can win the Liga the second time. I don't know, I think that will be a different situation. But for us, last year was, I don't joke, was good because after that moment, when Carlos came back in January, did very well.
Okay. CNN.
Tancredi Palmieri, CNN. Buonasera Roberto. You had a great career, if not a fantastic career, in local leagues, but always in Europe there was something missing, something that was not going. Did you have, I don't know, did you ever ask if there was, what could be the explanation, if there was just some bad luck that was repeating, also because probably as never before this season has to be the season in Europe?
If you drive a Ferrari, you can win. If you drive a 500 Fiat, probably no. In the past, now we are working for this because I think that we built a good team, but we played together for 2 years. We needed time, but I'm sure that we arrive only to win this trophy in the future. I don't know when. But I'm sure because we are working for this. We want to improve every year if it's possible.
Just a moment.
A question for David. You've signed a new contract. There was some interest, we believe, from Spain and from Real. Why have you decided to stay in England? And do you think Manchester City can one day be as big and as successful as this club here?
Bueno, yo creo creo que lo he contestado antes.
I think I've
Estoy
answered that
muy
before.
contento
I'm very happy
en el Manchester City.
with Manchester City.
Hemos ganado 3 títulos en
We've
estos
won
2
3
años.
titles
La
in
verdad
the
que me he
last 2
encontrado muy
years.
bien,
I found
tanto yo como en el
that
equipo,
I felt very well with
la
the
verdad
team
que
and
quiero
with the
seguir
club.
creciendo
I would like to
y
carry
quiero
on
seguir
growing
ganando
as a
títulos.
player,
Yo creo que
and I would
ahora
like to
mismo
carry on
el
winning
equipo
titles.
Sergio Andrés from Radio Nacional de España. Do you feel, for Mr. Mancini, do you feel confident having Real Madrid lost last weekend with Sevilla? Do you feel it's your chance?
I watched the game. It was a difficult game, but I think that when you start the season after European Champions League or World Cup, the first 6, 7, 8 games are really difficult. I think that is for Real Madrid, for us, for every top team. I think that we can have a good chance, but we should be focused on the game. We should be focused on our play in this.
Any more questions? One more gentleman on the side by the pillar.
Roberto, did you always feel, even when the situation was at its worst, that there was a way back for Carlos Tevez? And was there ever a possibility that he would come here to Real Madrid in January?
Yeah, no, I was sure of this. Carlo, I don't think that he had a chance to come to Real Madrid in January, last January. No, he had a chance to go in Italy, I think, but in the end it was good for us that he stayed in Manchester.
Okay, last question at the back.
Mr. P. Para ti, mañana, es una
For
curiosità.
you tomorrow, this is
Piensas
just
que
a
los
query.
aficionados del
Do you
Liga
think
quieren que
the
gane Real
Inter
Madrid o
fans
quieren que
will want Real Madrid or your team to win?
I didn't think this, but tonight I think, I hope that I can sleep well, but I don't know.
Okay, thank you very much.